check in to see that everything is good. I think it's good. Maybe I'll start up close. So this is 11:30. Usually I teach this class at noon on Wednesday, but trying to do a couple other things, and I just thought we could do it at 11:30. So I'm going to do this 45 minutes. One of my principles is that less is more. So just a little bit about myself. I'm here at Chinook Yoga by myself. We're filming here when we can, doing our part by disinfecting and washing our hands. I'm really happy that you are joining me. These practices are really important, and I'm going to start with a poem. So this is by Rumi, and it talks about a field. Okay, so we are all meeting virtually, and you can start to imagine and feel into each other's presence through your revealment of this field. I like to think of it as this field of awareness. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. So as you're practicing today, I'm just going to continue to invite you into this place. The word that you use to feel into this field, this place, this awareness, this background of awareness, this universal, divine field, whatever the word is, I like to think of it as this well, this place of just being. So keep feeling into that. It's your guide. It's your guide to your body, everything that's going on around you. The practices of yoga are continually inviting us to explore and feel into this. So you're not pushing away anything. You're embracing your humanness, your amazing, intelligent body. And things do seem very out of control, and this is the practice, is embracing that uncertainty, but then coming back to this unbreakable field, this awareness, this unbreakable whole well of just being. It's always there. So we slow ourselves down a little bit to really feel and nourish this place, so that when we are in the thrusts of turmoil and stress, we can still feel into this connected field. Okay? So I'll keep meeting you there through the practice today. I like to use these black spinal strips. Really awesome way to open up the spine, especially the mid-back. If you're finding you're doing a lot crafting, I like to knit. I've been organizing all my knitting. And maybe a lot of sitting. So this is really going to invite you to open the mid-upper spine. If you don't have a spinal strip, no big deal. If you don't have a block or a strap, you could use a house coat tie for a strap today. You could use some books or a pillow for a block. For a spinal strip, you can roll up a towel or roll up an extra yoga mat. Okay, I'm going to invite you to take this spinal strip and lie down onto your mat. And you're going to take the fold. The fold placement is pretty important, you guys, so pay attention. You're going to fold it in half. Make sure it stays stacked. And make sure that fold is right into the mid-thoracic spine. So bend your knees, feel your feet come to the ground. If this is something that's new for you, it might feel a bit foreign. It might feel like a little bit of tension is actually arising. So I'm going to invite you just to pay attention. First of all, make sure it's in the right spot, a couple inches of the spinal strip above your head. I'd encourage you to keep your knees bent and really feel the three corners of the feet on the ground. This is designed to release your amazing shoulder blades. Okay, so you're going to feel like your shoulder blades are maybe like releasing towards the floor. invite this in. If after about 10 breaths, you're not feeling like your body is really settling, tension is actually maybe building in and around the eyes or the jaw, just come off the spinal strip. Just lie flat on your back. But if you can and you're lying on your spinal strip, and if it feels right, just close your eyes. Begin to feel into this stillness and grounding without the physical body holding anywhere. And just notice what very effortlessly begins to happen here. The body is supported. Your heart is opening. Your senses are opening. Invite them to open. So take in any sounds, maybe off in the space beyond the room you're in. As you invite your attention closer to your body, noticing any smells, really open the senses. Notice the taste in your mouth. And notice any colors or forms behind the eyes. The temperature of the air on your skin. So our senses are designed to continuously scan our environment for our safety. So when we match what we're processing, what our senses are bringing to us, with an inner knowing that you're safe in this moment. And one way to really nourish that is to connect to that field, that nourishment of being, well-being. So the senses are open, the body is still. Begin to notice what happens here with your breath. So the breath is this amazing system in your body that is unconscious. We don't have to tell our amazing bodies to breathe, but then we can take the practice of noticing and feeling the breath and make it more of a conscious practice. And this is where in yoga it's called pranayama. And there's many, many amazing breathing techniques in yoga. So first I'm just inviting you to notice and feel the breath. The inhale when you're lying down is going to feel like the belly is expanding. And as you exhale, feel the belly sinking. It's a wave. It's always happening in the body. Feel the presence, the wave of the breath. The inhale, the belly rises. And as you exhale, the belly sinks. I'm going to invite you deeper into some breathing. This is called the 3-part exhalation or the waterfall breath. If this is new for you, just listen to the invitation. Give it a try. Never be forceful. Always come back to a regular rhythm of breath when it's needed. So you're going to feel the inhale. The belly rises, the ribs expand in all directions, the collarbones lift. And you're going to attempt to divide your exhale into 3 equal parts. So as you exhale 1/3 of the breath and pause. Exhale another 1/3 of the breath and pause. Exhale another 1/3 of the breath and pause. And then just feel your inhale arise. Waterfall breath, 3-part exhalation. Try to find those 3 equal parts. Exhale 1/3 of the breath and pause. Exhale another 1/3 of the breath and pause. Exhale the remainder of your breath and pause. Next inhale arises. If it's working for you, I'm going to invite you into a visualization. I want you to imagine and feel the breath as this smooth, fluid, flowing water. As you inhale, belly rises, ribs expand, collarbones lift. And as you exhale 1/3 of the breath, it's like this element of water is flowing over a waterfall. Pause in a pool. Flow over another waterfall. Pause in a pool. Flow over a 3rd waterfall. Pause in a pool. And feel your next inhale arise. Try to find 3 more rounds of the waterfall breath, 3-part exhalation. Find your own rhythm. Watch and pay attention that you're not gripping and holding on the pauses. The inhale invites expansion everywhere in the body. Exhale, water going over a waterfall, pausing in a pool. Going over another waterfall, pausing in a pool. And going over that last waterfall, pausing in a pool. Feel your next inhale arise. 1 more round. When we give our mind something to focus on, we're not thinking. Feel this focus, this real presence of attention in the body and to the breath. Let the waterfall breath go, the 3-part exhalation. Feel the fluidity of the regular rhythm of your breath. Maybe your exhale is a little bit longer now than your inhale. You're just noticing. You're not making anything happen. Roll over to your side, take your spinal strip away, and lie down onto your mat into constructive rest pose. So if you do have a block with you, make sure you have a block right beside you, or just maybe a cushion, okay? So this is called constructive rest pose. You'll want to make sure that your head is up at the top of your mat. Your feet, knees, hips, and shoulders are all lined up. This is a very therapeutic grounding pose. It offers some big muscles in the body to just really be. So just feel this, leg bones dropping into their hip sockets, settling into the breath. You might even roll your head back and forth. Make any little tiny adjustments. This is all about what your body is messaging you. If you're noticing tension in your neck, listen, support your body, fold your mat. If you're feeling a little bit of pain in your low back, your block could go under your balls of your feet, okay? Please keep listening to your body. I like to teach a really slow, subtle class so that you can really hone in that skill of listening inwardly. So take your time, find your breath. We're going to start by mobilizing the largest joint of the body, which is the hip. Amazing place to start. So draw your right leg in, maybe let your left leg extend away. In this position, you're not pulling, striving, or forcing. You could grab here, you could use a strap or a towel, but there's no big muscles happening here. You're just relaxing the face, the jaw. You might roll in and out a little bit. Feel how both shoulder blades are on the mat here. And then you're going to relax your right foot to your left thigh. Your right arm comes to the ground. And it's very subtle, but you're just going to let your lower body rotate a bit to the left. Okay? If it feels right in your body, your right arm might come into a cactus arm. So it's not being forceful, pulling into big sensation. You're just gently bringing a tiny rotation into the spine. Feel the breath. And then release back. And then release the left leg. As the right leg releases, draw that left leg in. Maybe roll side to side a couple times. with that left hip joint. There's gentle compression into the belly. So doing the right side first and then the left is very beneficial here. Keep easeful in the neck and the jaw. And then release the left foot to the right thigh, right hand to the left leg. If it feels right, left arm is in cactus arm or just at your side, and just draw the lower body to the right. No tension in the neck or the jaw. Feel the expansion of the inhale here. Exhale, release. No tension. One more breath. Okay, and then release back. Come back to constructive rest pose. Grab your block. We're going to ignite our inner core. So hands are resting on your belly. Feet, knees, hips, and shoulders are all lined up. Get a rhythm for your breath. As you inhale, the belly rises into your hands. As you exhale, the belly sinks. Inhale, belly rises. As you exhale, your belly sinks. You're going to push your legs into the block. That's it. No tension in the neck or jaw. As you inhale, your belly rises. Let go of pressing into the block. I'm going to turn a little bit just so if by chance you can see me. It's so subtle. As you exhale, your belly sinks. Your legs press into the block. You're barely moving, but there's a big push. Inhale, belly rises. Legs release. Try this 2 more times. As you exhale, your belly sinks. Your legs press into your block. Your hip flexors don't grab. You don't clench your jaw or your eyes. You're igniting inner core stability. As you inhale, the belly rises. Let go, pushing into the block. This time, as you exhale, you push into the block, push into your feet, and lift your bum off the ground. So we're just going to float here in what I call little bridge, few breaths, legs pushing into the block, feet pushing into the floor. Settle into your breath, and then slowly release back down. One more time. If you want to add your arms, bring your arms up. Thumb tips touch, palms face away from you. Get the rhythm of the breath. The inhale, the belly rises. As you exhale, the belly sinks, legs push into the block, feet push into the mat, pelvis lifts, and the arms just float back. Don't go too far back that your ribs are popping. We're keeping a nice neutral spine, a centered pelvis, just a little move. Inhale there. As you exhale, if you want to work a bit harder, float back, but don't let your pelvis touch the mat. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the block, push into the feet, lift the pelvis, float the arms, no tension. Inhale. Exhale, float back. One last time. Pause on the inhale. Exhale, squeeze the block, push into your feet, lift the pelvis, don't let the ribs pop, move your shoulders. One last inhale. Exhale, come back. Release the block. Take the soles of the feet together, and if it feels okay in your body, you're not forcing here. You're just letting your hips feel some rotation. You might feel release in your groin. Settle into your breath. Invite that breath into the lower body. Nice long exhale. Release the feet. The knees roll over to one side and just come up. We're going to just pause and sit in what's called Virasana. So Virasana is a nice kneeling pose. I like to use 2 quart blocks for this, but you might have a stack of books. If this pose is not working for you, I say these things a lot, but please listen to your body. Your body is intelligent. It's in its place today because of your experiences. And there's no right or wrong. So embrace where you're at. If this isn't working for you, sit in a chair. Okay? So find the possibility of Virasana sitting on 2 blocks. If you have a strap or a housecoat tie, have it beside you. And just feel into whether you're on a chair or your blocks. You have these 2 sit bones. They're called the ischial tuberosities. So we easily in yoga just call them the sit bones. So if you kind of shift back and forth, you're going to feel those 2 bones. Put your hands on your pelvis, which is like a bowl. Your pelvis is like a bowl. And I'm just going to invite you just to tip your bowl of your pelvis back, and then tip it to neutral, centered, and then gently tip it forward without any sort of pain in the low back. So we're just rocking the pelvis, tipping the bowl forward, centered, and back. If you want to do that nice and slowly and close your eyes. If you want to invite a bit more movement into the body here, your hands are resting on your thighs, and as you tip the bowl of your pelvis back, reach your arms forward and drop your chin. And as you tip the bowl of the pelvis back, draw your elbows back and lift your heart. If it feels okay, look up. So this is like a cat and cow, but in a kneeling, seated pose. So find a few more breaths. Just open and release. Awesome way just to feel into your spine awakening. Really important. Your spine is your core. Let's take care of it. And just move as you feel it's available. Okay, so as you come back to neutral, you're going to take your right hand to your right side of your head. I haven't figured out when I'm being filmed if I'm mirroring you or not, so I am doing my right side. I don't know if it looks like I'm the same as you. But then you're just going to slowly side bend. So this is very subtle. You're not reaching. You could stay here. These fingers, left hand could release here or to the floor. And then if it feels right, just begin to release into the fingertips and the arm. Watch you're not striving. Sometimes when we're moving our bodies and watching someone do it, we think we have to get into exactly what they're doing. This is the whole practice, is just the invitation is here. Find the breath. Go to where you can go. Find your inhale into your right ribs. And as you exhale, come back. And just as you inhale, draw your shoulders up. Squeeze your shoulders back and down. Take your left hand to the left side of your head. Everything stays neutral. Pelvis is centered. Just slowly side bend to the right. And if it feels right, the left arm releases. Shoulder stays released. But both sit bones are on the ground. Feel your inhale. And as you exhale, come back. Release. Roll your shoulders up and back. So I was going to use the strap, but we're not going to. We're going to get up into standing. So come up into standing. Have your block up at the front of your mat. Okay? So I'm going to pretend I have a mat here as well. So we're just going to practice mountain pose. Few breaths here. Doesn't it feel good to get up, stand up? Feel your feet on the ground. This is such an important pose. There is nothing to physically do in this pose though, so you can look at your amazing feet. You can lift all 10 toes off the ground. Drop your arms to your side. Feel your palms opening. Your knees aren't locking back. Your pelvis, which you just explored on those blocks, is centered. So you don't want to feel, again, you can't see it, but you don't want to feel like your pelvis has tipped forward, okay? Or it's tipped back. I call this the what's up pose, okay? We want to get away from this. We want to be open, grounded, centered pelvis, neutral spine. Knees not locked out. So this is why I say mountain pose, very important pose. There is actually so much to feel into here. It's not about doing anything. It's inviting that attention inward. So feel free to close your eyes. Get rooted into the three corners of your feet. Your toes aren't gripping. Your knees aren't locking. If it feels right, place one hand on your belly. You can place a hand on your chest, or if you want the breath to come a little bit lower, you could even go right at your diaphragm. Relax those shoulders. Feel from the ground up. And just invite the breath into the lower body. We sometimes get stuck up here, watching, thinking, eating, breathing. Invite the breath down here. Be in your entire body. Feel the grounding of the feet. So you're gonna feel this rooting and grounding, okay? This is called a half sun salutation. Awesome way just to open up the energy with the breath, with moving the body, okay? So I'm gonna do it sideways so you can see what's going on. But again, listen to your body. You might have your chair in front of you so you're not going into full forward fold. Just feel your feet on the ground. Look forward, inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, take a nice bend in the knees and fold down towards your chair, your block, or all the way down, okay? Inhale, really push into your feet, squeeze your inner thighs. It's called half table pose. Lengthen out through your spine. As you exhale, you release. Maybe you just go to your chair, your block, or the floor. And as you inhale, spine stays neutral. Push into your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs. And exhale, hands back to the heart. A nice half sun salutation. Let's do a few more. Inhale, reach up. Little bend in the knees as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half table pose. Maybe your hands are on the block. Exhale, fold forward just to where it feels right. Inhale, push into your feet, come all the way up. And exhale, hands back to the heart. A few more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, push into your feet, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half table pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands back to the heart. And just pause. Just feel Tadasana, mountain pose. This translates as a mountain. I'm sure every single one of you has witnessed a visual picture of a mountain. Maybe you have a favorite mountain. Bring that in. Be that mountain. Mountains are grounded, majestic. They weather many storms. You've got this. Feel your grounding. Your connection to all the other mountains in the world. Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel your breath. Okay, so from here we're going to go into a balance pose and then a few other standing poses and come back to the ground. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands to your heart. Anytime you go into balance, find a focus point with your eyes. Remember to do whatever feels right. Okay, I'll give you lots of versions. So you're going to shift your weight into your right foot. Lift your left foot off the ground. Sink into your right leg. Wrap your left leg around. Rotate as much as you can to the right. Okay? So just feel this. Sink down into your right leg. This might be your pose. This might be your pose. If it feels right, you can stay here with your hands, or you can open them, spread the fingers out, relax the shoulders, flex the fingers back. Inhale. As you exhale, take your hands together. Drop your left arm under your right. Hug your shoulders. If your elbows start to come together without your shoulders reaching up, release into the possibility of what's called Garudasana, eagle pose. So feel yourself twisting and balancing and breathing as much as you can, rooting through that right foot. Feel your inhale, unwind your arms, and step back for warrior two. So in warrior two, your heels are lining up, your front foot's facing the front of the mat. You can see this. The stance doesn't have to be wide, okay? I want you to try to get your shoulders over your hips and think that you're hugging a tree in front of you. Equal weight through both feet. Squeeze those inner thighs, and then just float the arms. Let the fingers relax. No perfect pose. What does this feel like? It looks like I'm holding a heart up with my left hand. It's my heart to you. Doesn't that look cool? Okay, so as you exhale, look to your right hand. Relax in. Your focus is on your right hand. check in with your right foot. So you want to make sure, ooh, I like this as a teaching way, that your knees are falling in. If you can't see your big toe, you need to use your glutes to open everything in line. It's not the knee moving, it's the hip. Warrior two. Relax. Peaceful warriors. We've got this. Find your breath. So these standing poses bring you into your strength. One more breath. Straighten out the front leg. Don't lock out. Open your palms. Relax your shoulders. Squeeze these inner thighs. We want to keep our spine nice and neutral as you exhale. Pause. Keep this line open. These lines long. So where you go in Trikonasana, not the goal. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. Find where you can sit steady with ease. Toes aren't gripping. And just feel everything opening. The body wants this. Breathe into it. One more inhale. Exhale, push into your feet. Come back up. Look to your right hand. Spin down to the ground. Take your left knee to the floor if you need to. Take your hands to a block. Settle in. Nice lunge. Feel it's opening. And then when it feels right, you're either going to step back and you can go into what's called child's pose, big toes together, knees apart, or you're tucking the toes under, pelvis and spine are going up and back, and you're settling into your breath. So downward facing dog, nice long spine. You're not pressing your chest and shoulders through. Take a break into child's pose when you need to. Be here for a few more breaths. Slowly make your way back up towards the front of the mat, hands and feet together. Use your block. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head, a half table pose, little bend in the knees, reach the arms back. Inhale, exhale, go really slow. Push into your feet. If it feels right, reach up, inhale, and exhale, hands back to the heart. And just feel Tadasana. There will be a difference here in your body from one side to the other. Feel it. When you're feeling, you're not thinking. The beauty, the invitation. Feel that ground of being here. Shift your weight as your eyes open into your left foot. Let go. Just be curious. Find the spark, the joy, and all of the exploration of your amazing body as you wrap your right leg around the left. If you can, rotate as far as you can to the left. Reach your arms out. Relax your shoulders. Spread your fingers out. Release your wrists. Feel that. Inhale. As the palms come together, the right arm goes under the left. Maybe you hug your shoulders. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And then maybe you release your arms. So find Garudasana, a wringing out, a breathing. Really feel this left foot on the ground. Feel the expansion of the inhale. As you exhale, unwind. Left foot stays right where it is. And you step back. Get your heels lined up. Open as much as you comfortably can. The wider you step back, the more challenging this gets. Okay? So find the stance. Less is more. Okay? No big prizes here, other than the release of stress and tension out of your body so that you can feel more spacious. You can feel into your well of being. So as your arms extend away, warrior two. Find your breath. Straighten out the front leg. Open the palms, relax the shoulders. So let's take our time. Okay, we have a real gift here to really start nourishing a slowing down. So take this. Exhale, fold forward. Pause on your inhale. Exhale. Now it's like I'm kissing the heart. Can you see the heart behind me? Inhale, open up. Squeeze through those inner thighs. Do what feels right with the head and neck. Maybe it's looking down, looking up. This is called Trikonasana. Feel all your angles. Nice inhale. Exhale, push into your feet, come up. Look to your left hand. Spin down. Find your lunge. Maybe your back knee goes to the floor. Your front knee's over your ankle. Feel the release here. Get long through the spine. Use your block if you need to. And then as you find our way down to the ground, maybe down dog, maybe child's pose. Few breaths. Okay, slowly rolling your spine up, shifting your weight over to one side, and just roll your spine down, all the way down to your mat. You're gonna finish with the housecoat tire strap. So this is constructive rest pose. Just invite you to feel this. Place the ball of the foot into the strap and wrap the ends around your hands. Flex the foot, so you can stay here, okay? You need to have this knee straight but not locked, okay? So if it's really bent, lots of tightness here, embrace that. Be kind and nourishing to yourself, and just lower your leg. There's an option to lower this leg. Release your breath. Every exhalation, you're not just stretching your hamstring. You're gonna feel this, but it's also about moving leg bone in the hip socket. So feel your breath. Every exhalation, you're just drawing in a little bit. Okay, release off a bit. Take both ends into your left hand, right arm to the ground, left leg releases. Be very mindful here. You're gonna see that I'm not moving far. Just draw your right foot over your midline. Pause. You might get a big release, a big sensation into your IT band. If you can, flex as much as you can through your right foot so that your pinky toe is pointing to your face. Relax your shoulders, your eyes, your jaw. 2 full breaths. Okay, ease back. Take the strap off your foot. If you need more support, you're going to bend your left knee. If you want more challenge, keep the left leg straight. Feel your inhale. Exhale your right leg 1/3 to the mat and pause. Exhale 1/3 to the mat and pause. Exhale all the way to the mat and pause. And just feel the difference in the body. Something is shifting through your attention, your nourishment, your compassion to your amazing body, and that movement. Okay, so as you take your left leg up, both hands on either end of the strap, flex that foot. This right leg can straighten out if it feels right. If you start to feel strain in your low back, come back to here. Okay, this is an inner listening practice. Honor the body. Every exhale. Being curious. So you're not gripping the strap too much. Just opening, breathing, and just nourishing that ground of being. As you release, both ends into the right leg or right hand. Flex the foot. Draw the left leg across your midline, flexing that left heel as much as you comfortably can. No tension in the neck or jaw. release back. Keep the foot up. Bend this right knee if you need a bit of support. Okay, inhale, exhale, release. 1/3 to the mat. Inhale, exhale, 1/3 to the mat, and pause. Exhale all the way to the mat. And it's a really nice setup for Shavasana. So you'll feel yourself in Shavasana. So feel this invitation after the asana practice, after our moving, to now, once again, really feel our connection to the field, where we've really met. We're always there, but we've intentionally cleared away stuff. Tension, stress, maybe even just given us a little vacation from our mind. And now the field is very present. And so I invite you there in Shavasana. Close your eyes. Receive the gift. Be lured here through every exhalation. Feel your soul lying down in the grass. The world is too full to talk about. So be here in your body, feeling the space within you and all around you. Finding these opportunities to really nourish this peace and stillness, whatever the word is for you. Well-being, field of awareness, love, joy, this ground of being. It's unshakable. It's always present, no matter the circumstance. And we're connected through it all. So let's keep meeting in that place over and over again. Keep nourishing that connection. The light in me really senses and sees and bows to the light in you. And until we meet again, take care.